What's up, Wired to Fish? Chris Zaldain here, Bassmaster Elite Series Pro, out here on Kentucky Lake, and we're kind of targeting grass lines. I've established that the fish are real shallow. It's October, it's the start of the fall, and there's no better way to attack fall fish, in my opinion, than topwater. I've heard they've been eating, walking style baits, your spooks, your sexy dogs, your vixens, things like that. But we're gonna throw a little something different. This is the new Strike King KVD Splash. It's basically a popper, and the beauty of this popper here is it's somewhat loud but subtle. I think there's only 2 rattles in this bait right here, so it's kind of a lower pitch rattle to it. It's real subtle, and unlike other poppers that are real cupped in the face, this one's got kind of a flatter face, and what that does is it allows you to walk it. You could almost walk the dog in the popper, much like a spook style bait. You could walk it and also chug it real fast at the same time. But I just picked up this popper here to target some of these weed lines and some of these weed points. The beauty of a popper over a spook style bait, in my opinion, is you're able to place this popper on targets and let it sit there for a while, whether it be a stump, whether it be a lay down or a weedy point like we have here behind me. I'm gonna cast this thing real accurately, real smooth, real cool, right onto that point, that weed point, and let that bait sit there for a second, and pop it a few times, chug it, pop it, walk it, and let it sit there. And if there's a fish on that weed point, it's gonna come out and eat this thing. Whereas a spook or a walking style bait, may run a little too fast out of that ambush point. If you're trying to decide if topwater bites on, or you're trying to decide a walking bait or a popper, go with a popper if you're around targets, specific targets. Go with a popper. If you're making long casts, covering a lot of water, go with the spook style bait like the sexy dog. Equipment super important. Here, this is a Megabass Tomahawk GTA series cranking rod. I throw this on a cranking rod, 40-pound Seaguar braid, and it allows me to be real accurate with it. As you can see, it's got a shorter butt section to it, but I could place this thing wherever I want. That composite rod allows me to be real accurate with it. It bends all the way down to this last guide here, so I could put that popper wherever I want it. So I'm just gonna target some of these weed points. You can see where the weeds start to get real sparse. And again, if that fish is on that weed point, it can't stand that popper. It's gonna eat it.